Good morning. Come on in. Come on in and set a spell with us. Her Highness is like, oh, they're here again. I happen to be glad you're here again. Even if she's not, I'm happy that you came back. Guys, yesterday, for those of you that came, our live, the jewelry sale that I did yesterday was so much fun. I apologize that the internet was lagging. My chat was not keeping up. On your end, it was coming through faster. On my end, it was coming through slower. I had my settings at real time so that things would come through quicker. But you know what? It was funny because it caused a little bit of comical chaos. And I am always okay with comical chaos. It was great. And I cannot believe we went a little bit over 4 hours. And we didn't even get to everything. Yes, I will have another one. It probably won't be till sometime in March. I will have one final blowout sale of everything that is left. And then hopefully in the spring, April, May, I can start with making new creations and bringing you new things. But gosh, guys, it was a blast. It was a blast. Absolutely loved it. Best Valentine Day ever, spending it with all of you and with her. Oh gosh, and I got up this morning and I was hungry. So look what I made. so yummy. I didn't even really want to put anything with it, but I did put a couple of eggs over easy on the side with this. Hash browns are my favorite. Guys, you can actually add anything that you want in there. If you want to add, now I didn't happen to have a fresh onion at the time, but you can chop up or dice up an onion and add an onion into the potato in the bag, shake the onion and the potato all together, mix it in. You can add a little bit of garlic, you can add a little Parmesan or a little bit of shredded cheese. However you want to kick it up. I gave you the basic. You can run with it. But the key that's very important in a good hash brown is cooking them in bacon grease. If you don't have bacon grease, then cook them in olive oil, not in butter. Right? They need that oil base in order to get that right level of browning and that right flavor. So good. Great way to have a breakfast. And now I'm ready to get started. My Temu order, of course, didn't arrive. And with tomorrow being a federal holiday, it might get here by Tuesday. But now they're telling me I have 2 of my Temu orders coming in back to back. So we have something to look forward to. Today, we have a new shop on Whatnot. And I got to tell you guys, this shop is full of home goods, beauty supplies, and even some prime foods thing. I got such a mixture of items and candy, all from this same shop. Amazing. Okay, absolutely amazing. Let's take a look at this. This shop is called KTS. I'll put it up here. KTS Liquidation. And they are out of, Minnesota, cold country. I got the box on this side because it's too heavy to pick up. They do include their nice little cheat sheets so that we can tell what everything is. And I will, of course, for you, put the retail value up here on the screen so you can see it. They put this nice big thank you for your purchase in the box from KTS Liquidations on Whatnot. Okay. I'm okay with that. And yes, I got 2 pages worth of stuff. This was from a show on January 31st, which was a Saturday, and I received it on February 5th, all the way from Minnesota. So it came quite quickly, and I'm very, very happy with that. Let's take a look at the first thing that I got. Yes, this is for Miss Nala. If you remember, I don't know if I showed it to you or not, but I showed a picture of some of my previous dogs. Now, Sadie, which is the black and white one right there above my finger, Sadie had a monkey from the time she was a puppy. And if I can find it, I'll put a picture up of her with her monkey. I'm pretty sure I still have one in my phone somewhere. So when this one came up, I'm like, I have to get this for Her Highness. It is a little vampire monkey, a little plushie. It doesn't really have a name. I'm not worried about if it has a name or not. Yeah, it's blank so that you get to name it. Isn't he cute? And he's not a squeaky toy. He's just a gigglescape is where he's from. He's a little vampire monkey. See the little teeth? He's a little vampire monkey, and he's got his little vampire cape on. Now, more than likely, I will take the cape off, which it does come off, but I will take the cape off. But this is nice, soft velour. This is a really good quality stuffed animal. Look. But you know what I paid for him? I got this little monkey. How much did I pay for him? $3. $3. And yes, I'm setting this one aside. As you notice, she didn't see it. So she didn't pick her head up, which means I can put it away in the toy box. She has enough for now. Okay, for me, room essentials, body, pillow cover, pillow cover. I really need one of these. I have a body pillow in the bedroom and it had a white pillow cover on it. No matter how much I try to bleach that thing, it's just not coming clean anymore. It's clean. Clean is not an option for it. Let me get this stuff out of here. Let's open it up so that you can see that this is a bit of a fuzzy wuzzy one. And I like fuzzy wuzzies. Bear with me a second. It has a hanger, if I could figure out how this hanger comes apart. Don't know. Oh, comes apart on the other end. Okay, goodness gracious. There we go. Got it. I might be able to use that for one of Nala's sweaters or shirts. That's pretty cool. What do they got? Oh my gosh, they got this thing clipped together like it's gold. All right, I got it. I think I got it. Nope, more on the other side. Did you have a good Valentine Day? For those of you that didn't join us in the jewelry show, did y'all have a fun day? I hope so. We did. It was such a good time. And it's so nice to be able to talk to you guys in real time. All right, what's left? Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? All right. There we go. So, body pillow length. Nice, big, fuzzy wuzzy. It has the zipper is on the starts down here. And it goes this way for you to put your pillow in. And I like that the zipper is the same color, so it kind of blends in. That's going to be soft. The one I had before, as I said, it was white. It's seen better days. I'd had it for about 8 years. But when I saw this come up, I'm thinking, you know what? I absolutely have to get this. And this typically sells for, but I picked it up for $5. That was a good deal. Look how fuzzy. It's very fleecy. Very fleecy. And it is kind of like it's like a washed out butterscotch color. But that goes perfect with my theme in the bedroom, because in the bedroom my colors are different shades of sage and different shades of tan. So perfect. All right. Beauty and Planet coconut oil for damaged hair, sulfate-free shampoo. Bottle of shampoo. This stuff is really good, guys. I've only tried this once before. Beauty and Planet has a couple of different shampoos. This is the one with coconut oil for damaged hair. And because my hair had been stripped a few times and permed several times, yes, it has damages. So I thought this would be a great idea to get that price versus the $3 that I paid for this. And this is a good size bottle. This is 13.5 fluid ounces. It is one of those shampoos, though, that you do have to shake it before you use it. And it's a very lotiony. Can you see the pearlescence in there? It's a very lotiony type shampoo. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it. All right. Ta-da! This is a shortbread cookie box, but it's a light up tin. On the bottom, it has a light switch. And I'm not sure if it works or not. Don't know if I even want to pull it or try it at this point. But this I got because I thought this would be perfect for the holidays. And why not get it a little bit in advance? It has the shortbread cookies. They're down here in the bottom. There's the little artificial light. So that's easy enough to replace. I have a ton of these little candles. And in the bottom, shortbread cookies. Expiration date is August 19th of 2026. So Yeah, we'll have the cookies before they expire. And then I have this beautiful little tin with the light. And because the bottom opens so easy, guys, I don't worry about whether this light actually lights up or not. I can put little twinkle fairy lights in there and use those. But that's a really cool thing. All the information is on there. All the information is on here. There's your shortbread cookies. Do you remember we used to get the big round tins, or our parents probably got the big round tins of shortbread cookies every Christmas? I just think this is really cool. Can't beat it. The price I paid for it, $3. The price it costs. All right. Let's see what else I got from this place. Spring is coming. I got a medium-sized planter. This planter is, let's verify it, 8 inches. 8 by 7. 7 inches tall, 8-inch diameter. Very reasonable little self-watering pot. Self-watering pot basically means that the base down here will stay full of water. The roots will go down and they will feed themselves. And when it rains, it will collect water. Any excess water will drain out. It'll only hold the necessary amount in here. Ergo, self-watering. If it does get dry, you water from down here. You never water from the top. You water from down here. However, I'm not using this pot to put anything in. I'm using it to put something on. This is going to go this way, upside down, over my clean out trap that's in the backyard. This will go down. A larger pot will get bolted to this. I may take this base off. A larger pot will go over the top of it, and my green beans will be planted in the pot above. So this will hide the clean out trap, but it'll also make it easy to move it to the side if we do need to get into the trap without destroying the plants. Think outside the box, or in this case, think outside the pot. Oh, what's the price of the pot? Price isn't on here. So I guess I'll put the price up there for you, but I got it for $3. I've been looking for the right kind of pot. I wanted to use a terracotta pot, but I didn't really want the orange out there because nothing out there is orange. My other pots, my bigger pots that are going to go on top of that, are also gray, and they're the same style. So it's going to look like a pedestal pot when I get done with it. What do you think about that idea? Okay. A few more things in this order. This is for the subscriber appreciation kitchen box. And I'm going to show it to you in advance because I think it's just adorable. Salt and pepper shakers that look like corn on the cob. And they stack on your shelf like corn on the cob. That is so unique. These are going to be great if you're having a barbecue outside or if you have a patio outside you like to look on. They are ceramic. They're not plastic. They're ceramic. So they'll hold up to the weather. It doesn't matter. You can leave them outside on the middle of your picnic table. You can leave them inside the house. But these are going in the subscriber appreciation box. Do I want to tell you what I paid for them? Yeah, you know what? I will. I got them for $3. So in case you don't want to wait to see if you win the kitchen appreciation box, there you go. And that's what they would cost you. The lowest price I could find them was on Amazon. I just thought they were so adorable. ceramic salt and pepper shakers. Corn on the cob. Okay. All right. Clorox wipes. Coconut and water lily. I love everything coconut, and I love the smell of coconut. I like the smell of vanilla too. Let's open these up. They seal everything to make sure nothing comes open. It's hard to get them open. Oh my goodness, what am I doing this morning? Guys, I got to tell you, after the live show yesterday, after 4 hours, I actually felt like I was a whatnotter, because that's normally how long a whatnot show would go, is somewhere between 2 to 4 hours. See if I can get this open easier this way by just cutting through the tape. Oh, come on. There we go. I got it. Okay. Well, that's on there tight. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. All right. Think of the beach. Think of banana boat suntan lotion. Think of coconut drinks. Yeah, that's what it smells like, a coconut cocktail, right? Brand new pack. Doesn't say how much is in here. 75 wet wipes. These can be used for anything. I tend to use these, believe it or not, to clean my TV screen, to clean my computer, my keyboard, to clean the screen, because these are not wet enough that they're going to do any damage to electronics. But I use these for glass products, all my different screens. But I can also use these for countertops, cutting boards. This is food safe. You can use this on anything that you want to wipe down and sterilize. And I can use this on Her Highness's feet if I need to. So they are good for everything. You don't want to use them on the human body, but, well, feet, I would. But they're for a variety of reasons, a variety of things. They smell good. The price up there. The cost, what was the cost? $5.40, because I had discount. I had a coupon. I had reached a certain purchase level. That's a good deal on those. All right, 2 more things. Candy bundles. And not just the cheap stuff. Brock's candy bundles. This is over a pound. I think this is actually like 3 or 4 pounds. I'm going to weigh it. I couldn't believe it when this shop started pulling out candy. Get my little mini scale out. This little scale is so good for everything, guys. You would not believe the things I've been able to weigh on that scale. And this scale will handle things up to 22 pounds. It's absolutely outrageous. And yes, I got it on Temu. And if you want the link for this little scale, just let me know. This is 3 pounds of candy. 3 pounds. And I believe this is a mix. This is gummy style sweet potato. That's different. Never heard of that. More gummy style sweet potato. I think there's 3 or 4 bags of those. There's a third one. And then we have my favorite Brock's candy. All you naysayers out there. Candy corn. Candy corn is not just for Halloween, guys. Candy corn is for any time. Expiration dates on these are November 7th, 2026. Plenty of time for Halloween. The bag is full of candy corn. And those sweet potato gummies, I've never had them. So guess what? I'm going to try one right now. I am going to try one. And we're going to see. So 3 pounds candy. All that candy corn. I'll put the combined price up there of the kit. Oh, these are cute looking little things. Look at these. They look like little leaves. They're little gummies. Smells like a sweet potato. That's what the inside looks like. Looks like sweet potato. Interesting. It's not bad. Not my cup of tea, but not bad. So it's going to go to the community. But that 3 pound bag, I paid $3 for it. $3. And then I got this 3 pound bag, which has a little bit of different stuff in it. I believe it's 3 pound. Let's double check. Yep, that's a 3 pound bag too. And this 3 pound bag, I also got for $3. But this one has a little different one. This one has Hershey's Nuggets, candy corn, and these are, oh, this is the autumn. Oh, this is the autumn mix of candy corn that has like the little pumpkins in it too, and the different colored candy corn. Bonus! Lip Pops. That'll go to the community. Holy cow. More sweet potato gummies. And then 2 more bags of regular candy corn. All this, these 3 pounds, has a value of that. And I paid $3 for it. I would say I'm gobsmacked, but maybe I could say I'm candy smacked. Holy cow, guys. This is the kind of variety that you get at this shop. I never expected to see candy come up at all. And it did. And it was candy corn, which is my favorite. So for those of you that know me so well, you might think that my favorite is actually Reese's or chocolate. But if I had to choose between chocolate and candy corn, it would be candy corn 100% of the time. And the good thing about candy corn is I can eat like 4 or 5 pieces and it's enough. I don't need to sit there and eat the whole, I got the hiccups again. I don't need to sit there and eat the whole bag. Okay. This is not a new shop. This shop has been around for a while. So let's see how they measure up. By the way, this is a family-run shop. They take turns, brother, sister-in-law, sister, brother-in-law, the whole family. Every half hour or so, they rotate in a different person. Each person might present different types of items or objects. And the sister-in-law tends to do a lot of the beauty products, the cleaners, the shampoos, that kind of stuff. And the guys tend to do the more household items and or the candy. But then I saw it switch up and they ran a little bit of it. They even have like clothes and things like that. So let's talk about how they measure up with my 5-star criteria. Shipping speed and packing. Everything was packed beautiful. Shipping speed, 5 days. The show was on a Saturday. They can't mail on Sunday. I got this on the 5th, which was the Thursday. So technically 4 days. So don't count Saturday, don't count the day of the show. 4 days from the time of the show until the time that I received it, and that's coming all the way from Minnesota. So the shipping speed, excellent. No problems there. No issues with them. They got it out on Monday, and then it was in the hands of the post office. So that's what I consider. We can't control the post office because we all know the word mail stands for might arrive if lucky. And that's true. That's for the days of the Pony Express. So, shipping and packing, they're going to get a full star. Communication. They were really good at, considering there was like 3 or 4 of them there all the time, and a room full. I mean, there was over 100 people in the chat at all times. They were really good at communicating with each other as to what was going to run next, what they had, what they didn't have. When somebody asked for something, it was always an immediate response. Someone always knew if they had what we were asking for or not. So I was very, very pleased with that. Their communication with the chat was excellent, very personable, very enjoyable, kind of funny. He had a shirt on, the one host, I can't remember his name, but he had a shirt on that was bright yellow with bananas all over it. And everybody, of course, was picking on him about he's going bananas, or he's been doing this too long. He's, his peels, he slipped on a banana peel, or his peel has slipped off his banana. Just all sorts of different jokes coming out. And he was good spirit about it. He even made a few jokes about it himself. There was always a lot of laughter and camaraderie going on behind the scenes. You could hear that, but it was not distracting. It was all related to what the chat was asking or talking about, where everybody was getting in and everybody was answering or enjoying the jokes. So the communication overall was great. The speed at which they answered any requests or any comments, they were like right on it. There was literally maybe a few seconds, and then, yeah, nothing got missed. So they're going to get a full star for communication. The price of the shipping and the price of the item, this entire order, and I know with the candy, this thing came to more than 5 pounds. 6 pounds alone of candy. $9.21 for the entire show. No matter how much you buy, $9.21, right? One shipping per show, not per 5 pounds. That was amazing to me. I'd like to see more big shows like this do that kind of thing. They prorated their shipping. In other words, they reduced it so you didn't pay the $9.21 up front. You paid your 5 and change, and then your 4 and change, or 3 and change, whatever it was, the balance on the second item. And then you had free shipping for the rest of the show. $9.21 for all this. That's a steal. Even if I were to take $9.21 and tack it on to one product and divide it up between the two, it's still a great deal. So the prices of the items, some items had $1 starts, some had $3 starts. There was a fair amount of competition for certain items, which is why I think on the one item I paid 5 and change. It's probably actually $6, but I said I had a coupon for a certain amount off. So a little bit of competition for certain things like the wipes. But other than that, you can pretty much walk away from this show paying $3, $4, or $5 for items priced triple that. So prices across the board, excellent. More than acceptable. Variety and presentation is the next category. And this is usually the one where a lot of these shows trip up. Amazing variety. Household items, cleaning items, personal items, toys. They had a lot of toys there too, guys, by the way, for all different ages. They have electronics. They have household bedding type things, cleaners, candy, other items, beauty products, HBA. Wow. I mean, just an enormous variety. They primarily do Amazon and Target polls, but mostly Amazon. I was able to find all these things on Amazon and Target, but believe it or not, Amazon had the lower prices for these things. So I'm pretty impressed with that. So great variety. Presentation, Everything was always held up. They would read to you what was on the label so that you could see exactly what you were buying. No rush, no barking at you. He would just put the item up, tell you what it was, hold it up to the camera. If they knew what the approximate retail price was, they would tell you what the retail price was in advance to say, hey, this typically sells for blah, blah, blah. And then you would get your starting bid. So the presentation I thought was great. The pace was great. The format of how they did their presentations, they do have a little bit of shelves behind them with things on for you to look at. And that had toys, games, puzzles, some electronics, some very unique items were displayed back there. And when somebody, like the flower pot that I got was displayed back there on the top shelf. And I asked him, I said, can I see those flower pots? And when he's finished what he was running, he turned around, he grabbed the flower pot. They had two of them. They had the one in gray, which is what I was interested in, and I got that for a steal. And then they had another one in blue, which somebody else got. So they have the variety and they have what I feel is appropriate presentation system down. Not too fast, not too slow, very personable, no yelling, no screaming, no, hey, that's too low, or go, 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 go. Mm-mm. None of that. It's like just sitting in, coming on in here, and just sitting in and having a conversation with these people that are making these products available to you. That was great. Seller attitude. Do they have the right attitude to be in front of the camera? Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. They are all about the chat. They're all about their purchasers, right? If they pull out a product and they look at it, they're like, oh, no, they just put it to the side for whatever reason. Maybe they spotted a damage on it. Maybe there's a flaw on it. Maybe it's got a crack or a broken piece and they don't feel it's appropriate to sell it. Maybe it's expired or near the expiration date. They have that right attitude that they present to you quality items that's important to them. And you could tell it was important to them as you watch the show. You could also tell that it was important to them to respond timely to the chat, to make sure you knew what you were buying, to answer any questions before they actually ran the item. They didn't just hold it up and start running it before you had a chance to ask your questions. It was always questions first, then run it. So for me, that shows an excellent attitude as a seller. You know, they always say the customer knows best or the customer is right. Well, that may not be the case, but the customer is valued at this shop. And that's something that I really thought was amazing. So after looking at everything that I could think of to look at, I've been to the show, I've watched it. This one I went back many times because every time I went back, there was a different presenter. It was on at a different time of day, a different day of the week. Everybody had different methods, a little bit different personalities. Some were a little more out there, some were a little more laid back, and in between. But it was nice to see that variety, and you could tell they are a family, but they function beautifully to work together. So KTS does stand for some of the initials of the individuals. So how does KTS liquidation rank? Guys, I'm giving them 5 stars. I watched more than a dozen of their shows. I purchased at this show. And no matter how much I tried to critique what they were doing, I could not find a single reason to take away even a quarter of a star or a half a star. And I always look with an analytical eye because I want to recommend shops to you that I will be a repeat buyer at, that I say, yeah, this is a great shop. I was there a lot. I watched a lot. I bought, I saw the quality. I experienced the shopping experience through this shop. 5 stars. Across the board, 5 stars. Okay? KTS liquidation. Go bookmark, find their next show, just sit and watch. Ask questions. You don't have to shop right off the bat unless something compels you to do it. When you first go into the shop, confirm with them. Are you doing 9/21 shipping max for the entire show and not, in fact, confirm for yourself. I tell everybody, go in and ask for yourself. You don't necessarily have to take my word for it, but ask. Ask for what you want to see. Ask any questions you have about costs or prices. If they have something that doesn't sell, you can always put in the chat, say, hey, that didn't sell at $3. If it's in there, they don't have a lot in their bin because everything is so random. But if they do happen to put something in the bin, you can buy it that way, or you can make an offer. Okay? All right. So the last thing I want to touch base on a little bit more was yesterday's jewelry show. Guys, you blew me away. I sold 80 pieces between bracelets, rings, brooches, earrings, necklace sets, pendants, and then chains to go with the pendants. 80 pieces. That's like a piece every 3 minutes because we were on for 4 hours. That was you just blew my mind. So needless to say, a little bit last night, while Her Highness was sleeping on my lap, a little bit last night, I took what I called my goodie box, where I was just putting everything into, and I divided it all up into individual little packets with your list of items on it. And I made sure that everything was individually bagged. All the rings, the bracelets are in bags, the necklaces are in bags, earrings are in bags. Everything has its individual bag because that's how I package things. And then that went into a larger bag. So later this afternoon, if it stops raining, I will go out to the shed. I will grab what I need so that I can put your pendants on your chains for you. I will do a final inspection of every piece to make sure that they are clean, that all gemstones are intact, that everything is perfect before it goes out to you. Thank you to those of you that already sent me your emails with your mailing addresses. Please know tomorrow is a federal holiday, so I'm going to take advantage of that. And once I get done editing this video today, I do have to go and act as a moderator for Miss Darla Weatherspoon 1 at Whatnot. Okay. She's a regular at this channel, and she has been since my first year on YouTube. So she's what I call a long timer. So I will be moderating from her. She has a show today at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. She typically goes for 1 or 2 hours. Then I will sit down and I will start weighing in your packages. And tomorrow, for those of you that don't have assemblies required, I will be sending you out your emails with your total costs, as long as you've emailed me with your zip code, your address. And I will be finishing the assemblies required. I'm going to be working on that so that between Tuesday and Wednesday, hopefully we can get everything shipped out to you guys. We can respond back and forth and get it taken care of. I like to do things quickly. I don't ever want people to have to wait any longer than is necessary to get your items. So that's where we're at. The video is not live anymore, but it is available for replay. There is a little button on there that you can click on to view the chat, so that when you see an item, you can look in the chat to see if it's been claimed. But typically you will hear me say the number of the item that was claimed, so you already know. But if there's anything you're interested in, anything you want to add to your order, then just either put a comment, because I will check the comments daily, put a comment on the video, or send me an email asking me to add to your order. That's fine. I will check with everybody before I send it out. When I do send your totals out, I will ask you, is there anything you want to add before we finalize this? So yeah, you can go check it out. And for those of you that were not there at all, I don't care if it's 6 months down the road. If you watch that video and you see a piece that was not sold that you're interested in, you just drop a comment. Okay? That's it. You can still get it. As long as I still have it, you can still get it. And nobody pays for anything until I send you an email with your total and what it would cost to ship to you. My zip code to your zip code, minimal. Nice, tidy little packages. Well, for some of you, not quite so little, but I'm glad to hear that the majority of you got everything really quickly. Okay, so big thumbs up. Don't forget to hype. Yeah, I'm keeping the bounce. I know, drives you crazy, but I happen to like it. And if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, this video alone should give you an idea. You get recipes, you get new shops, you get where to find great deals. You have my jewelry company, Boku Jewelry Designs, and you can contact me anytime you wish. konneeslittlecorner@gmail.com. You can join Whatnot using my link, whatnot.com/invite/ConnieCon. That will get you a minimum of $10 off your first purchase, but you could be awarded as much as $200. You pay shipping, but you get the discount when you join using my link. So I do everything I can to try to help you guys out. Hit subscribe. Come on, it's free. How many times can you get dimples like this for free? And her. You can't have her. You get to share her vicariously through these videos. So guys, remember, stay hydrated. Above all else, please stay sweet. And she and I will catch you on Wednesday, hopefully with some Temu. Will it? Send the vibe out into the universe. Will the Temu to come in? It will come in. Bye.